In today's video, I'm gonna share with you my entire Hermes bag collection. I'm gonna do it in the order of my favorite quota bags, followed by my favorite to least favorite non-quota bags. I'll also talk about my reasons why they may be my favorite or least favorite. At the end of this video, I'm gonna share my updated Hermes bag wish list. So if you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Amy and I would love it if you subscribe. Let's get started with my first and most favorite quota bag in my entire collection, the Kelly 25 in Selier, and this one is in black Epsom and gold hardware. This is the way that I store it because I know a lot of you ask why I have this black little felt material. I just cut up another little piece of felt material because the two hardware, once you remove the stickers, they can start scratching each other, so I want to avoid that. This is an easy fix. Literally everybody can do it. I always store my straps inside. I also leave the organizer and the raincoat if it has one. I always make sure that the organizer I get for my bags are not gonna create different lumps and bumps. I love having the added strap to the Kelly. That's one of the reasons why I am more pro Kelly rather than Birkin. A lot of you know that already, but it's also because the shape itself is a little bit more feminine. I don't currently have a retourné Kelly yet. I will get to that in the wish list portion. Generally speaking, I do prefer mini bags because I find mini bags a lot lighter and easier to carry. I'm also quite minimalist when it comes to what I need on a day-to-day basis. And so the lighter the bag, the smaller the bag, the more I like them. This is my second quota bag that I ever got, and I'm happy that I own this one. I feel like this is definitely one that I will own for the rest of my life. I definitely see myself wearing this until I'm too old to wear any handbags, but I think this is the perfect bag for me in my collection. And it'll be really hard to replace this as my favorite #1 quota bag unless it's even smaller than this, which I have a mini Kelly, but I can't say that this is my favorite color combo. I know a lot of people love gold on gold. I still love it. It's just that for the combo and for the size and just overall right now, this is still my #1. Speaking of favorite, I want to take a moment to show you my newest jewelry pieces, and they are from none other than Ideal, my favorite diamond fine jewelry company. These earrings I have been eyeing for so long. These are the Paris earrings, and I chose it in the yellow gold, and the stud is the medium size stud. They are a statement without being too overpowering. I decided to pair it with this new necklace that I have on here called Le Couple. Two gorgeous, one emerald cut and one teardrop cut, beautiful diamonds suspended on a delicate chain. Again, I went with yellow gold this time. I'm sure everyone has heard of Ideal by now, but if you haven't yet, they make lab-grown diamond fine jewelry. They use sustainable 14 karat gold. Never have to worry about them tarnishing. I love that their designs are modular by design. It's a great way to build your collection over time because you use the same stud, the same necklace, and buy different pendants and different add-ons to create different looks. Every time I got any pieces from them, it was shipped by DHL, and I get it within the same week, which is so incredible. They always come in beautiful packaging with a handwritten note. These are also my favorite that I got last time. So these are two different style of dangly earrings. Of course, this one is from their high jewelry. I want to show you a fun thing to do because their designs are modular, which is so ingenious. So this stud is the smallest of the high jewelry line, so 0.5 carat. If I switched up this one with my high studs, that's how it would look like. If you prefer the bigger stud but you like the Paris earrings, you could totally do that as well because they are stunning either way. If you're into layering, you can totally do that as well. So I know a lot of people layer these two pieces together. I'll be linking these two new pieces in the description below. I'll also put my coupon code FashionablyAMY10 that you can apply at checkout to save 10%. I changed into the white version of the same top. The jewelry is just as shiny on a white top versus a black top. These two tops are my favorite ready to wear that I've gotten so far from Hermes. Anyway, let's continue with my next favorite quarter bag. This might shock you. For a long time, I was really doubtful that this would stay in my collection. Now I am pretty sure that it will stay because not only is this color a dream, I love this color, which is the reason why I took it, but initially I was not sure about the size because this is a 28 Kelly Selier in the color Gris Pâle, Epsom, and Palladium hardware. I still have the stickers on, yes. For this bag, I still have the stickers on because for a while I wasn't sure it was gonna stay in my collection because I was gonna use it a few times and see how I felt about the size because of the weight. But every time I used it, I fell in love hard, even more and more every time, especially because this bag is simply gorgeous. Comes with a matching color strap and the inside is also white, and I have a custom white organizer that I keep at all times inside. Rodeo, this one is in Cré. Actually, I kind of like their arms sticking out. It's a bit of a chit chat in this collection video because there's a lot to talk about. Every time I wear anything white or light color, I go for this bag. It is a bag. The 28 is a size that is a proper bag size. So it definitely has great stature, and the fact that it's a 28 fits a lot. Yes, it will be a little bit heavier, and because it is quite a large bag, even though the color says gray, it's a white bag. So I am very, very careful with it, but it's become one of my favorite quarter bags. I mean, more than the Birkin. We'll talk about the Birkin in a moment, but like, it's just the color combo for me. I will link to the video where I got this bag. This was from the Hawaii store. Let me give you a side-by-side profile of these two bags. Very, very different size. I do have a Kelly comparison video, so I will also link that below. My top is also white, but it's more cream, I would say. It's definitely more cream. And even then, it's so easy to match. This kind of white is also very, very easy to go with a ton of outfit. And even though my Rodeo is in Cré, which is, it's a neutral white, I would say, off-white, but it's leaning warm, it still matches really, really good. So really happy with this, especially in Palladium hardware. I often get the question whether I would sell this one if I get a 25. I'm not sure because at this point, I feel like my wish list has changed only because for a white bag, there's not as many occasions for me to wear it. Because it's not going to be worn as often, I'm not going to fuss over the slightly bigger size. In fact, the bigger size photographs so well, and I'm all about photographing with my bags. Next, we have the Mini Kelly. I think by now you would get the feeling that I'm definitely pro Kelly. I still love my Birkin, but I am definitely more of a Kelly girl. And it's not necessarily even Selier, it just so happened that this is the collection that I have currently, and so this is the order that I value them or that I favor them in a way. I will say that this Mini Kelly, and let's undress her as well. So you see I put the same black felt material that I cut out for basically all the bags that I store them this way so they keep really nice and don't scratch each other. I'm very meticulous, as you can tell. I will say that with this bag, so the Mini Kelly, this one is in gold and gold, so gold and gold combination. This bag is so tiny, guys, compared to my previous bag. This one is a baby. Quick peek at the inside. So with the Mini Kelly, I do own an organizer. I don't leave it in there all the time because the Mini Kelly is so tiny. Having an organizer inside when I use it sometimes just makes it even more frustrating because it already doesn't fit a lot. I still love this bag, but I think that's the reason why it ranks number 3 even after this one. See the size difference, guys? It's crazy, right? It's a huge difference. You guys can tell why the 25 is such a good size, right? It's the smallest of the Kelly without being too tiny. The 25 is just perfect, and I love it in both Selier and Retourné. I don't have a Retourné yet, we'll talk about that. But yeah, the reason why this one is ranked number 3 even after my Kelly 28 in Gris Pâle is because of the color. I have to say, I like white bags more than brown bags. White is just black and white. They're just my colors. Even though this color is more hard wearing, because white, you will get nervous. It doesn't matter how big or small the bag is. If you own a white bag, you will always be a little bit more nervous. You'll always be a little bit more mindful, and you always feel like you can't wear it all the time. That's the reality of it. And hence, this being gold is also a very, very sought after color. Not that that's the reason why I get it. I get these bags because it should fit me and my lifestyle. But the gold is just a perfect medium. I don't ever have to worry about color transfer as much. So far, I've worn this and I've taken this to my travels. So in a way, it's quite a straightforward, unfussy bag, other than you can't really fit a lot of things. And also you can't really fit your phone as readily. As I explained earlier, the way I choose and rank my bags is based on the longevity and how timeless these bags are gonna be for me as an individual. I can see myself wear this bag or wear the Mini Kelly in general until I retire or beyond that age, because it's one of those bags that is super lightweight. I love the fact that it does come with a crossbody shoulder strap, which is why the Mini Kelly is still ranking pretty high on my collection. I mean, number 3 of all my bags is pretty good. If this was a different color, let's say if it was black, I might rank this number 1. Up next, we have my one and only Birkin. This Birkin is pretty special because it's also in rose gold. So it's in black Togo, rose gold hardware, size 25, and she is glorious. I know a lot of people talk about veining on the Togo leather. Mine has minimal veining, if at all. It's just gorgeous. I love my Touch Rodeo Pegasus in the Birkin. I also kind of interchange it with my Picotan, but yeah, this is my one and only Birkin, the one and only that I need. I would love to get it in more colors, of course, but I also don't think the Birkin is the perfect bag for me long term. I will never sell it still. 25 is a great size overall, but just not super okay. Today I'm okay because I don't have a coat on, but the other week I was going around town and I had my winter coat, and of course in the winter time you have a coat, you have your bracelet and watch, you can't just do this. Of course right now I'm just wearing a sweater, so it's fine, but normally the Birkin 25 doesn't have the convenience of a bigger top handle, which is the only annoying part. With the Birkin, I always store it as is. Just as I showed you earlier, I basically tuck in the sangles. I just tuck it in the sangles like that. That's how I store it. Both of my Kelly and Birkin. I will say definitely the Birkin fits a little bit more, but I think I still favor the Kelly in terms of practicality. I feel like even with the more fussy closure of the Kelly, I like that the top handle is much bigger. Even with my coats, there's absolutely no problems with me holding it by the crook of my arm. I love the extra shoulder strap. I also love the style. It's more minimal. The Birkin is great, but I think having one is more than enough. All that just to say that I'm not really a Birkin girl. I love owning one, but I think owning one is the maximum that I will basically tolerate in my collection, especially in this gorgeous combo, because the rose gold here, the rose gold definitely looks different. I was asked in another video why the hardware looks different on my bags. It's because they are different. One is rose gold and one is yellow gold. So the rose gold is pretty special for sure. The Constance is considered a quota bag in Vancouver, but since for most other places around the world it is not, I will just put it towards the non-quota bag section. So basically, if I only count Birkins and Kellys, that's the order that I decided to rank them. Non-quota bags, I am gonna start off with my favorite, and it is none other than the Constance 18. Even though this bag is in gold color, so gold Epsom, gold hardware, I feel like it suits the Constance a lot, because to me the Constance having such a big and louder hardware does make this bag look and feel more casual, even just the way you wear it, because there's a lot of straps going on. Yes, you can shorten it to make it a little bit more demure and elegant, but the fact that it is also a crossbody bag, and it definitely looks more casual compared to, say, this. To me, the brown does suit the bag. I also base my ranking and my decision on how often I like to reach for the bag. Because I have been using this bag a lot during my recent travels, I find myself really gravitating towards the ease of use of this bag. I love how easy it is to open, to close. I love the straps adjust so fast and easily. I also love how versatile the bag looks like. I love that it is a great travel size, a great travel bag. I feel like with bags that are a little bit more casual and more for travel, you don't really need a ton of different colorways to match different outfits. At least that's how I feel like. For me, whenever I dress up and I want a bag to really go with the outfit, I want the exact combo to exist in my collection, hence the word collection. For me, this is more of a practical bag, and therefore, even though it is a more fancy and luxury, very high-end price bag, I still think that one is more than enough. Number two, my second favorite non-quota bag has to be the mini Bolide. So here I have my mini Bolide in chef, black color, palladium hardware, and I have my little birdie charm on it. This is in chef Mizal, which is a really gorgeous grain leather, very soft, very lightweight. Again, I'm splitting hairs here. I do think that if this was in a different color, still neutral maybe, but like a different color, this might even rank number one, because I love the mini Bolide. It's such a great, versatile, very easy, practical bag. It's still on the smaller side, but it's very, very close to the Constance. I think the Constance 18 is just fits a bit more. I do have a whole video comparing best men's travel bags. I will link it down below. It's one of those bags that you have to own one to really know one, because a lot of people compare it to the Alma. Probably most people that never owned a Bolide would compare it to an Alma and think that this is not worth it. I will say the price is quite steep, so I'm in agreement with you that if you think that the Alma is more worth it, I can see why you think that. But it does wear differently, it does feel different, it does, you know, the texture and even the zipper pull, everything else construction wise, it does feel more luxurious, having owned both myself. But yeah, the Bolide is just such a great bag. I think I'm already hyping it up enough. If it was a different color than black, still neutral, I might have chosen this as my number one, but the Constance is such a great bag, so it might still be my number one. I don't know. Moving on to my third favorite non-quarter bag. Here I have my Picotan 18 in palladium hardware, black Clémence, and mine is also in touch, which is the alligator, matte alligator handle. So yeah, mine is a little bit more special because of the exotic skin on the handles, which makes it stand up really, really well. It gives it a lot of great structure. This is an aftermarket strap that I got from MRA. I will link that down below. I also have a code where you can save 10%. But essentially I chose, and I also have a custom organizer I keep in there all the time. These two bags are the first bags that I ever got from my Hermes journey. At the time, I don't know, maybe my essay had a feeling that I really liked black because I kept on asking for a black Birkin. And so maybe he thought that I only liked black, therefore he offered me another black bag. I didn't mind it at all, of course, but now that I have a bigger collection, I do wish that maybe it was in a different color. But regardless, it's such a great non-quarter bag. Again, this bag looks great with also the same touch Pegasus Rodeo because it's one of those things, especially with the touch, it matches the touch here as well, and it just looks so good together. The Picotan 18 is such an underrated bag. You don't even need the strap, the extra add-on strap, to really feel like it's a very functional bag. It's at a price point where it's okay to add more colors. So even though I may be duplicating more Picotan, I'm gonna be happy to add more if the occasion arises. Do you guys remember this little bag that I own? And that is why I'm considering this half a bag. This one is in all lizard skin, so it's all exotic. And I also got this one in the US, and the US dollar was very strong. Therefore, I think this one costs as much as my Lindy, I want to say. It was very expensive. It's still very expensive, even though it's only half a bag because it doesn't fit much, of course. This is the Constance Slim, and the Constance Slim is meant to be a belt bag, so you have the option of threading through one of your belts. Of course, you can buy a number of different add-on accessories third party to turn it into a proper handbag. I have some of those as well, and I will link to it in the description box. So here is the inside. Mine is in rose gold. These are my two only rose gold bags. My Birkin and my Constance Slim. They're both in rose gold. And it comes with a little pouch inside. I've never used this because it's very slim. But yeah, full lizard. Color is gris tourterelle. And the inside looks like that in swift leather. And it closes like that. So yeah, the color on this piece is so beautiful. This ranks the lowest because I hardly wear this piece. Maybe it's too fancy to wear it all the time, even though it's small, but it's also one of those pieces that you really have to have the occasion to wear. So unless you wanted to have a belt bag moment that day, or if you are really okay with super downsizing, because this is a nano size bag, even if you convert it into a handbag, it's a very tiny bag. If this color was on this bag, or if this leather color combo was on this bag, I might have ranked this one higher because I simply love this combo. This lizard, wow, the color, this color for me leans more gray. I just do gray bags way better because I lean cool. My skin tone is neutral, leaning cool, so I just do, you can see it, I just lean cool tone way better than warm. This one is not bad because it's neutral, but I just do so much better in brighter cool tone or cool-ish neutral tone. Beautiful piece. I never really use it that often, maybe once a year. A really expensive piece, which is why I rank this last in my non-Kodo bags. But nonetheless, a beautiful piece. Let's talk wish list. Oh my gosh, my wish list is ever evolving. As you can tell, I'm always kind of nitpicking at color and sizing, so I feel like there is room to improve. It's not always up to me, of course, because the availability, and sometimes you just want to not compromise waiting too long. So anyway, I thought about it hard and long. For the foreseeable future, I definitely see more room for more mini Kellys, just because this color is great, but it's not my perfect combo. My perfect combo would be, I want at least 2 more, right? I want it in a black. Black is always great. I will wear it so much, especially if it was in Chev. And I also want it in a more gray or more ethereal color. I feel like brown is kind of in the middle, and it's safe, but it's also boring for me, and it's a bit casual. So I have more room for mini Kellys, which I know is crazy to say because that's just gonna keep the journey going. It's never ending. So far, I have Kellys in Selier, and although Selier is great, but Selier is also more structured and a little harder to use. They're not as everyday bag. And I think I'm ready for a Kelly bag that is more everyday. I don't think I was ready for that before, because in my head, I'm always thinking, oh my gosh, these bags are tens of thousands of dollars, because not only is the cost of the bag, but there's a whole journey before that you need to commit to. So to me, in my head, it didn't compute that these could be everyday bags because it's just too much. But I think I'm ready for it. It's crazy that I'm saying that. I think I'm ready for a retourné Kelly 25, I want to say, because keeping the weight low. But I might consider a 28 just because I tried my friend's 28 and it's fabulous. She had a Kelly 28 touch in Bleu Nuit, or I think so. I think that was the color. It was a very dark blue, almost black. It's so gorgeous because it's in touch as well. Not sure the order at this point. I'm just telling you all my wish list. In some sort of foreseeable future, I would really like to have a Kelly retourné bag as my more everyday Kelly. In terms of non-Kodo bags, I definitely have my eyes on more mini Bolide. I think if I just have another cute color to complement not just black, definitely open to more Picotan, but that can be maybe something that I get while I'm traveling. One thing is for sure is that I am a person that puts in a lot of thought when it comes to my Kodo bags. I think non-Kodo bags, I'm a little bit more risk-taking, as in I'm okay with maybe compromising a little bit and trying them out. If it doesn't work out, I'm okay to let them go. But with my Kodo bags, I'm quite firm as to what I will take or not take. Please share with me your top 3 Kodo bags in your collection and non-Kodo bags in your collection. I would love to know that. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, I hope that you will consider subscribing. I love doing these kinds of videos. As you can see, I go in a lot of depth and a lot of very minute reasoning, but that's just me. I'm such a detail-oriented person and I love all things fashion, so I'd love to have you back on my channel. Thanks for watching, and yeah, have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!